Today we're going to be looking at some Plants vs. Zombies plushes that are based off characters that aren't in any Plants vs. Zombies games. As well, none of the characters in this video are in any official Plants vs. Zombies games, unofficial Plants vs. Zombies games, or even in any fan games. As well, even though these characters were never in any Plants vs. Zombies games, for whatever reason, there were still plushes made of them. And well, today we're going to be looking at all those plushes that fall into this category, starting off with the Snow 3-peater. Now, this plush is made by the company Linkson 2, and well, that's the same for every single plush in this video. As well, for whatever reason, Linkson 2 really likes to make plushes that just aren't based off of anything, basically, so yeah, it's overall really strange. And well, for this plush, it's actually really simplistic for them to make, as well, they already had a normal 3-peater plush, so all they did is change the color of the green and also change the heads to a blue color. As well, the leaf base and stems are a slightly different green shade than the original 3-peater plush, as well as just slightly darker green. And then all they had to do after that is just change the heads to a dark blue color, and then they had a brand new plush that they released. And well, it's overall really strange because Snow 3-peater was never in any fan games, bootleg games, or any official games. And well, the only thing that this character ever existed from is that it was in some sticker books that were made by some bootleg companies a long time ago, and that's basically the origin for this one. So yeah, it's overall just a really obscure thing to make a plush of. And well, for the plush itself, it looks alright. It's basically just the exact same thing as their 3-peater plush, so it overall looks pretty good. As well, since I like how their 3-peater plush looks, I guess this plush also looks pretty good, as well. It's literally just a recolor of the 3-peater, so yeah, overall, for what it is, it looks alright. And well, if you want this plush, you can look on websites like eBay, Amazon, and Mercari, as well. It's a very common plush, as well. It was actually released only a few years ago. Now, moving on to the next plush, we have the Rodeo Zombie. Now, this plush actually has an even stranger origin than the last one, as well. This one's actually based off of a magnet set zombie. As well, the zombie was in a magnet set, it was also on some bootleg trading cards, and it was also a sticker. So yeah, the zombie has been in a few different bootleg things, but besides that, it's never been seen in any sort of games. And well, what makes this plush even stranger is that the artwork that's used for the Rodeo Zombie barely even resembles what the plush looks like. As well, the only thing that's really resembled on the plush are the pants and the hat. As well, the rest of the plush looks completely different, as well the clothes that it used looks nowhere near the same as the Rodeo Zombie's real clothes that was used in all these different things, as well for whatever reason they just made it a completely different color. The boots don't really look that similar either, as well they're a yellow color and not really the same color as the actual Rodeo Zombie shoes, so yeah, overall this plush barely looks like what it's actually based off of. And well, for the actual plush itself, it's pretty good quality, as well the clothes overall are made out of this really nice material, everything is well stuffed, and the hat also looks pretty good. And while the hat's really the only detail on this plush that could get damaged, as this is made out of a felt material, it could get bent pretty easily, but it is nicely stuffed on the top of it to make it keep its shape. And while the only thing that I don't really like about this plush is that the eyes on this plush are weird, and it's also a green color. Which I never really understood why they made these plushes green and some others gray, and it just never really made any sense. As well, for whatever reason, Linkson 2 just made a bunch of different zombies that are either a green color or a gray color. So yeah, overall, this entire plush is just sort of strange, as though the actual Rodeo Zombie that it's based off of barely even looks like the plush, and also has a pretty strange origin. Now, next up we have the Ice Skater Zombie. Now, this plush is actually based off of a piece of a fan art. As well, someone made some fan art for a concept zombie for the Ice Age world in Plants vs. Zombies 2. But instead of the zombie being added to the Ice Age like they wanted to, it was actually turned into a whole different bootleg plush. And well, for the clothes and everything, Linkson 2 actually did a great job with this plush, but for whatever reason, they messed it up by making the zombie green and also making the face weird. As of once again, for whatever reason, they just made the zombie green and also made the eyes just really messed up. As well, I never really understood why they use these eyes on some of the plushes, as well basically every single plush that has these weird looking eyes looks a lot worse than with normal eyes. As well, if the Ice Skater Zombie just had normal eyes, it would just look a lot better, and same thing if it was just like a gray color like it is in the fan art. And while the only thing that's really missing with the clothes is that it's missing the green gloves, but it already sort of looks like green gloves because the actual zombie's green, but that's not really the point of it. But yeah, for the clothes and everything, it looks really good. Once again, the clothes are made out of a pretty good material, and the hat is nicely stitched onto the head. The only part of the plush that could really get damaged are the actual ice skates, as though the bottom of the ice skates are made out of a felt material, and they're really nicely shaped so they look accurate to the fan art. So yeah, overall, besides the green color of the zombie, the rest of it looks really accurate. Now moving on to the next plush, we have the Genie Zombie. Now, this is definitely a really strange one, as well as actually based off a character that was supposed to be in a game. As though the Genie Zombie was originally supposed to be in the game Plants vs. Zombies All-Stars in the Arabian world. But for whatever reason, the Arabian world was never added to the game, so the zombie was scrapped with the world. And well, what makes this plush even stranger is that the actual artwork of the Genie Zombie looks nowhere similar to the actual Genie Zombie plush. As well, if you just compare the two, you can obviously tell that they don't really look alike. But well, for the actual plush, for all the details on it, it looks nice. As well, I like all the details on the face, like the mustache and everything, as well the mustache is actually stitched on. Which is actually pretty surprising, as usually with extra details like a mustache or a beard, Linkson 2 makes it out of a felt material, but they actually stitched it on this time. And while the beard on this plush is made out of a felt material, meaning that it could get damaged, but it is nicely shaped and everything and looks accurate. The hair on this plush is made out of this really fuzzy material and is sticking straight up, so it sort of looks weird. And while the only other notable details on the face of this plush is that it has some weird looking ears that just stick out straight out of the sides of the head, which does make them look pretty weird, and he also has some earrings on them. And well, for the actual body of this plush, all the clothes on it overall look pretty good, and well, they're all really nicely made, besides the coat, as once again, it's made out of a felt material. As for whatever reason, a lot of details on this plush could actually get damaged, like the beard, the earrings, and also the coat. And while there was actually two versions of this plush, so there was one version that had pants and one version that had shorts. I personally think the version with pants looks a lot better, but there's also a version with shorts that is a lot more common than the original pants release. So yeah, both of these plushes are basically the exact same, only a difference is that one has shorts and the other has pants. But yeah, this one's overall just really strange as well. It actually is based off of a zombie that is supposed to be in a game, but it just got removed. Now next up we have the Repeater Zombotny and also the Snow Pea Zombotny. As well, I'm combining both of them into the same section as well they both have a similar story. And the only time a Repeater Zombotny has been seen anywhere is on some box artwork of some bootleg figures. So yeah, overall, once again, it's just a really obscure character, and the Snow Pea Zombotny actually has no origin to it. As well as most likely that they just took the Repeater Zombotny and just wanted to make another plush, so they made a Snow Pea Zombotny using the same head. But yeah, both of these plushes are overall really good, and they're some of the only Zombotny plushes out there, and they're also by far the rarest Zombotny plushes. As well, since these plushes were limited edition ones, they've overall become really obscure and really rare. And while there's two releases of each of them, having a second release and also an original release. And the only really differences between these two is that one has pants and the other one also changes the tie color, either being a pink tie or a red tie. So yeah, overall, all designs of this plush look pretty good, but once again, they're just based off of this really obscure thing that's basically only ever been on box artwork and some bootleg figures. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please like and subscribe and comment down below which of these plushes are your favorite, and yeah, have a great day.